Welcome to Sacred Wandering with Keira. My friend, this is a corner of the world where time stops, where the noise in our minds quiet, where we have soft hearts and we open our palms and we ask. This is a place where we receive. I invite you to join me as we wander through the sacred together. Welcome to Sacred Wandering. Good morning, my love. I welcome you here into this space with me. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, and today we're going to breathe in the light. Once again, we're going to breathe in light. It's going to move into the actual pores of our skin, and not just the pores of our arms or our face, but on every square inch of our skin, we are going to breathe in light. Palms up to the heavens, taking a nice deep breath in. And we're going to breathe this light in again, allowing our bodies to be filled to the absolute brim. Every corner, every nook and cranny of your being, we are bringing light to it. Breath in. And out. Again. And out. Just noticing the difference in your body. There's a weightlessness that shows up when we allow light to move through our beings. Today, we're going to call on all of our angels and guides in and through the divine light, that they may come and sit with us, that they may hear us today, that they may walk with us, that they may talk with us. We're going to begin today with one of my favorite messages that I received from God. And it was such a beautiful message. And it was at a time when a lot of different things were changing in my business. And it was going from multiple strands of business. And I was being coached to come into one stream. And that was very hard for me because I am a massive wild creator, and creator is how I found my joy, my peace. And then I was being coached to put all my focus only on the publishing house. And it was a hard invitation for me to accept, because I love building businesses. It's just like births, I mean, I have 5 kids, so clearly I love to birth. But this message came in and it was exactly what I needed to hear. And it was the thing that reminded me of the wisdom of what I had been coached on. So these are the words that God gave to me. Steady is the hand of a surgeon. Steady is the hand of an architect. Those who build things that last the test of storms, those that save lives, have steady hands. Now is the time to steady your hands. So it's really cool is when we do these blessings with God in the morning, they kind of ebb and flow. Sometimes God gives me information that then is second witnessed on the outside by a physical representation, or an outside coach will tell me something that God just told me. Or it will flip, and an outside source will give me an invitation, like this case, and then God stamped it. And so when we are meeting with God daily, it is our place to receive the deepest levels of trust with our lives, because we get to go in and check in with God every day. We get to go in and receive answers from God every day. And this this is like the hack of life, right? Like the man, well, sure, we'll call God a man. At this point, I don't know really, right? Like I feel like God is just this ever extending presence. And so I'd hate to like put such confines on God. So the being, the ever loving being that created humanity knows our blueprint. Why are we not meeting and asking for help with our blueprint? Why are we not meeting and asking for help with our lives? Why are we trying to figure it out all on our own? And that's the power of meeting with God every morning. And that's why I do these blessings almost every morning. I know some days I miss, but I do try to get in here every day and make you an episode because I believe that when you do this, your life will be different. I believe that when you listen, when you ask and listen and do with God, you ask, you listen, you do. This is the hack that collapses time. This is how you become your future self now. This is how you attract in all of the things that you are seeking. It does not happen in the numbing out. It doesn't happen in the busy. It happens in the in between. The sounds between the sounds, the spaces between when you have thoughts and when you take action. Like it's here. It's in these quiet moments. This is where we move the needle. And so I'm going to invite you to pick up whatever has been in the way of you asking and listening and doing. What's in the way? What wall are you holding between you and God? And you're going to pick it up. You're going to put it into God, right into God, and you're going to feel it drop all the way down. You don't need to carry it any longer. And then we're going to ask that God will touch our cells, that our cells may match the frequency of God, so that we may move and ebb with the stride of God, that we may run with God, that we may move at the speed of light with God. And so we're going to take some deep breaths in, watching ourselves move to a new blueprint for when one asks God to touch their cells remember the blueprint. It's just that they've been on auto drive for so long that they forgot it. But we were all born with divine blueprint. So now we are just asking for ourselves to be reminded of it. And now we're going to ask that God will seal this up, this blueprint in ourselves with a blessing, that we will be able to receive and hear whatever message God has for us right now. And I'll be quiet while you pray. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, allowing all the words and all of the messages to move through our bodies. We're going to open our palms and ask that God will show us our number one action, the most important action that needs to be taken today. And you could always have an added sentence you can say, what's the number one action I need to do today that's going to help me bring in one new client? What's the action I need to do today that's going to help me ... You can always fill in the blank at the end if you want to get very precise with that action. And then after you receive, we're going to call in your angels and guides that they will walk with you and that they may help you take this action today. That your eyes may see as God sees today, that your feet may move as God moves feet, that you may be holy, that you may see that you are holy, that you may witness you're holy, that you will remember that you, my love, are enough. And with that, I thank you for wandering into the sacred today. And I will meet you tomorrow morning in our prayer corner. Thank you, my love, for wandering into the sacred with me today. It is always an honor to hold this space for thousands of us to gather daily in sacred devotion. If you feel called to deepen this practice and join me live, I invite you to be a part of the Sacred Wandering Circle, a private, intimate space where we share our daily blessings in a Facebook group and gather once a month for a live 1-hour session. We come together to bless the body, to pray, and to receive. There is so much power when we unite with others who hold the sacred sacred. If your heart is nudging you, you can find the link in the show notes. And remember, you don't need anyone to help you hear God. You are the conduit. God speaks directly to you. And your prayer corner, it lives within you always.